Hey everybody, this is David here, aka Chessman, and we're going to continue covering the World Chess Championship matches. We're going further back in time. Today we're going to be looking at the chess openings that were played in the World Chess Championship of 2012. And in 2012, Viswanathan was the world champion, and he played Boris Gelfand, the challenger. And I'm just going to give spoilers. It was drawn. They played 12 classical games, and it was a tie. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draws, and they each won one game. So they tied the classical games, and then they had four rapid matches, which Viswanathan won 2.5 to 1.5, I believe. Yep, 2.5 to 1.5. There was three draws and one in a non-one game. So he did that and he saved his title. So we're going to be using chess 365.chess.com to that's what I'm using today, and basically it has this cool feature where we can check out what openings they used in their games. So we're going to be doing that and taking notes and putting the openings in our opening repertoire so we can study them later. All right, so the first game, they played a D85 Grunfeld exchange variation. And in case you're not taking notes and you're just watching visually, then I'm going to play the moves. And it went D4, knight of 6, C4, G6, knight C3, D5, C takes D5, knight takes D5. And if you come to this website, what you can do is you can look at the games that grandmasters played from this position and see what moves they made to add to your notes as well. So that was the D85 Grunfeld. All right. Game 2. In game 2, they played a D45 Queen's Gambit declined semi-Slav with move 5e3. And the opening goes D4, D5, C4, E6, knight C3, knight F6, knight F3, C6, and E3. That's the D45 Queen's Gambit declined semi-Slav. Next game, they played a D70 Neo Grunfeld defense, and it went D4, knight of 6, C4, G6, F3, D5. That was the D70 Neo Grunfeld defense. Looks like the next one we already got. I'm just gonna click on it anyway. Looks like it's been played a few times. All right. Let's give it a second. Yep, we already got this one. It's the D45 Queen's Gambit declined semi-Slav again with move 5e3. So since we already got it, we won't go over it again. Then we got game 5. In game 5, they played a b33 Sicilian defense, and it went e4, c5, knight of 3, knight c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and knight f6. That was the b33 Sicilian defense. And these next two looks like played the same opening. The Queen's Gambit declined Semi-Slav. That was game 6 and 7, so we're going to skip over those. And we're going to go to game 8. Game 8 is the King's Indian defense. And it went d4, knight f6, c4, g6. That's the King's Indian defense. And I'll get this ECO code. It's the E60 King's Indian defense. And if you come to this website, you can check out the guide on the King's Indian defense. It's free, and there's guides on on a bunch of the openings that are free. You can get a lot of knowledge for free. So I would definitely come to this website and check it out. Add to your knowledge. All right, next game, game 9. In game 9, they played an E54 Nimzo Indian with move 4 E3, also called the Gligoric system, with 7 DC. And it went D4, knight f6, C4, E6, knight C3, bishop B4, E3, castles kingside, knight f3, D5, bishop D3, C5, castles kingside, D takes C4, and bishop takes C4. That was the E54 Nimzo Indian. In game 10, we got a B30 Sicilian defense. So we got the B33 Sicilian defense, and this time we got the B30 Sicilian defense. And it went E4, C5, knight of 3, knight C6. B30 Sicilian defense. In game 11, we already covered this one. It's the Nimzo Indian with move 4 E3 Gligoric system with 7 DC. We already covered that in game 9, so that was game 11. And it looks like in game 12, they played the B30 Sicilian defense again. I'm just going to check it. Yep, it's the same thing we covered, so we won't cover that again. So now we got the 4 rapid games to cover, which I have in this other tab. It's the World Championship Rapid Tiebreak. They were rapid games. Okay. So in the first game, I believe we already covered this one. The Queen's Gambit declined Semi-Slav with move 5e3, so we'll skip that. We also covered the B30 Sicilian defense, and this is the game that Anand won. So, hey, maybe I'll check out that game in a later video. Game 3. I think this one's different. Yep. In game 3, we got a D12 Queen's Gambit declined Slav with move 4 E3 bishop F5. And it went D4, D5, C4, C6, knight f3, knight f6, E3, bishop F5. The D12 Queen's Gambit declined Slav. And in the last rapid game they played, got another Sicilian. This time it's kind of a long name, the B51 Sicilian. If you want, you could just put that for short, B51 Sicilian. But if you want the whole name, it's also called the Canal Sokolski. And in parentheses, it's the Nimzovich Rosalimo Moscow attack. And it goes E4, C5, Knight of 3, D6, Bishop B5 check. And that's been played by Maxime Vachier-Lagrave in 57 games. So you might want to check out his games. So those are all the games. Like I said, Viswanathan won. I think this was his 5th title defense, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so in the next video that I cover, I'll just show you. I use Wikipedia to backtrack the World Chess Championships. So the next one will be the 2010 World Chess Championship, Viswanathan versus Topalov. We'll cover that in a future video. That'll be the next one I cover. And yeah, we'll just keep adding to our list of openings, and hopefully we'll have a ton, and we'll build a pick ones out of it to create our opening repertoire, or add to our opening repertoire if we already got one. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If there's any other tournaments you think I should cover besides the World Championship matches, please leave it in the description below in the comments. And I hope you have a great one. Bye.